All right, so hey, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com, and here we go. Let's do this, okay? So, today's Wednesday. It's the 18th of June, and we got some astrology here for you. What I got for you is I got you a daily number, I got you a historical event, I got your birthday at the end of this, okay? Stay till the end, please. That way we can get through the whole report. The way that it's structured is it's structured a little differently. I'll give you a little bit of an overview. Then we're going to talk about, give it a color. Give it a day. We'll talk about it from the perspective of major planetary movements and where the sun is currently at, what season we're in. We happen to be in the Gemini season. Then we also talk about what effect it's going to have on us emotionally, the lunar aspects of everything, right? How we're feeling, what way we're going to be flowing, what way we're going to feel like going. Like we're like water. We're just going to, or like cats. Cats are liquid, right? Yeah, that's a good thing. Like a cat, just fit into the shape of the container. And then finally, tell you about the event and the promised event. So Wednesday, the moon's going to be in Pisces, and it's void, of course, at 5:34 in the morning. It's going to enter Aries at 7:08, also in the morning. Actions taken on our own behalf will enter a critical stage, okay? Yeah, and it's going to be in more ways than you can imagine. Begin to review what it is that you're doing, okay? That critical eye, that eye that you're going to have. Think about it. Before we had Mars in Leo, Mars in Leo was about bluster, it was about show, it was about look at me, it was about projection and putting things out there, or working in that general direction, right? We're working from a creative space. We're working from our heart. We're working from a place of creativity and courage, right? We still have that creativity, but it gets much more precise with Mars in Virgo. It gets much more demanding, exacting, and, could be a critical jerk, right? Maybe. You never know. But the effect that it's going to have on us, if we're not natives of that position, we get a little bit of that, right? We get a little bit of that oomph behind our actions that's going to be making us a lot more precise. It's going to have us do some serious self-evaluation of what we're doing and how we can do things, right? Now, is your failure to execute on things that you intend to do due to distractions? Could possibly be. Today's a great day to address those things that you are addicted to that are keeping you from your correct path. Today's keyword is recovery. The color is greenish amber. Now, it's the fourth quarter of the moon. We like to call that report card time, right? Return home. Return home. It's time for us to shed our shells, our skins, shells, whatever it is, right? And seek comfort and shelter. We're in the fourth quarter. It's time to regroup. It's time to not just be pre-projecting. We're going to have that new moon in Cancer to do that. That's going to be a very powerful time for doing that. Right now, the growth we're undertaking requires us to complete the process, and we need to harden off. We need to harden off our shells. We got to get ready. And some of that is definitely metaphorical, right? We need to take a look at what it is we're doing, evaluate it with this Mars in Virgo energy that we have, right? It's going to be a very intuitive process, though, because the ruler of Virgo, Mercury, happens to be in Cancer right now. Now, eventually, Mercury will be entering Leo, and that's going to be a different thing, right? It's going to be like, oh, that's going to be crazy. And we're going to be in Leo for a long time. So with Mercury, that's going to spend a little bit of extended time there because it will go retrograde in Leo. So we're going to have a good chance to look at how we're going about communicating, what it is that we're doing. But this phase right here, this is the gestational phase for that. We have to pull back, reformulate, and then we're going to go forward with Mercury in Leo. It's going to be very close to what is going to be a jam-packed Leo season. It's going to be very interesting. So today is a great day. We're doing that, right? Recovering. Greenish amber is your color. You ever see that amber that's a little bit on the greenish side? Like almost like green sap rather than yellow sap. That color, right? Now, look, we need to really understand what this process is all about. Once we arrive on the new moon on the 25th, we're ready to step out and begin again. Midsummer, it's drawing nigh, right? We're getting very closer to it. We're being called to review everything, all right? That's that Cancer, the Mercury in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. This is going to be hard to accept. It will. Difficulties that may have been experienced are mostly due to a failure to make the most of what our connections are, right? We're just not. There's certain things that just weren't connecting right. There's a lot of static out there. There was a lot of just interference, right? We've got those solar flares. We've got radio static. We've got social media just misleading propaganda, trolls taking over everything. We're going to be able to drill down and get precise about some of this stuff, and that's the beauty of all of this. But we got to pull back first. We got to pull back and really evaluate what it is we're doing, hone the messages, and then find out exactly how we need to deliver. I don't care whether it's music, writing, poetry, painting, fine art, anything like that. Mostly side hustle stuff, right? Day job stuff, look, dumb this stuff down, and you'll get exactly what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. It's not that high level. We're feeding our lifestyles when we're doing this stuff. We're not necessarily feeding our souls and feeding our higher aspirations, our aspirational selves. We're not at that point of that hierarchy of needs, right, where we're up there actualizing. We're down here just subsisting and doing what it is we have to do. Okay, now some people are going to go, Shane, I'm perfectly happy to. That's good. I'm glad you're happy doing that. There's a different timeline that's out there that's waiting for you. You can discover it inside. That's what this Cancer season's mostly about. Once we discover that, then we can take what it is that we've learned about ourselves, apply it, and then bring it to an even higher level, okay? We need to know that we have about a week to make some of these corrections. That's all. So we need to spend the next week pulling back, hardening off, shedding, growing, the metamorphosis, right? We're going to come out of it on that new moon. We need to rein in excess and be less distracted. Home needs to be a focus. Very important. It's a Cancer theme, right? Make it a hub capable of handling all of your activities and interests. That's right. The more efficient your spaces are, your workspaces are, that's the better you will be. You can feng shui the place. You can start turning yourself in different directions. You can, definitely anything to change up your flow and to make it better. Energy. It's all about energy. It's about energy flow if you change it up. Now, in 1847, the American photographer Thomas Martin Easterly takes the earliest known photograph of lightning using the daguerreotype process in St. Louis, Missouri. And our birth is in 1961. It's one Alison Moyer. Her name is Genevieve Alison Moyer, and she's an English rock vocalist. She's solo, was with Yaz and Alf, and she's born in Essex, England, still around. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alison. We appreciate that. And that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for listening. Drop some comments down below. I'm trying to really just make sure that we're speaking to what it is that we're seeing intuitively, because this is where we're at, right? We're with this Cancer season. So it's more about the feelings and associations that we're getting with the various charts and everything like that, rather than a strict literal Mercury in Cancer means this, Mars in Virgo means this. No, it's leading us this way. We're going to flow in similar directions. Is it hard set? No, it's a transit, right? Transits affect everybody differently. It depends on what your sign is, where that points in Virgo are in your natal chart. That really determines how it expresses directly to you. However, what I found over the years is that these very general expressions apply to everybody. Right? There's some specific things that they can do, cannot do, but that would be germane to your particular chart. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Our color is greenish amber, and the keyword is recovery, because we're going to recover some stuff. Today is a 5. Happy astrocatting.